How about now?
How's that?
It's a good practice run.
There you go.
Thank you, Iliador. I don't know what we do without you. So that should be working. Does everything seem to be working?
Is the music good? Is anything?
Thank you, Iliador. I don't know what we do without you. Oh. So that's... Huh?
You can turn the music up if you want.
Turn the music up?
Yeah.
All right.
What did you turn it
To about 25%.
Put it at little right below half. I'll
All right. Wouldn't be accidents if we didn't have mic issues. Yeah.
Just a hair.
How about now?
Huh?
You said
Yeah. All right.
I think that's good.
All right. I know. That's right where I was. Gotta keep it consistent for the fans. I'm working tonight.
I'm working tonight, so I'll hang out as long as I can, and I'll be looking for the wood, but it ain't gonna be for wood. I get my wood the old-fashioned way, using the one hand stuck. Best of luck, Mom. You get that
Best
weed.
of luck. So, all right. So as I was saying in the practice run intro there that nobody heard, we are joining the Golden Company for a in Waterdeep. There is a treasure hunt afoot, and everybody is trying to get a piece of this treasure that's been hidden in the city, and the Golden Company is also kind of involved in that, but they're also just trying to sort of make a name for themselves in the city through questing and through their very nice rustic kind of adventurers haven of a tavern called the Troll Skull Manor in the North Ward. And I know that they'll be very interested to know that that you have received some very positive reviews.
Nice.
In the Waterdeep Wazoo. Galaxy has a column saying you guys have he had heard such terrible things, and then he went to investigate for himself, and he had an immaculate supper, the best food he's ever had. He had his fortune told. He had the patrons were everything was just top notch, and they had a horse as a server. It was a little weird, but it was but it added to the eccentricity of the place. The eccentricity to the place, gave it a certain charm. And I wonder if the Golden Company will ever make a cameo in the Guild games. You better hope not.
Yeah, you don't want us in your guild games.
Yeah, they tend to bring trouble. and so last time a friend of your guys' named Davil Starsong, who is affiliated with the Zentarum, came to you with an offer for a job on the behalf of the Zentarum to go after someone that is being recruited by kind of a breakaway rogue Zentarum cell, and they want you to recruit this wizard for the Zentarum proper, and if that can't be achieved, then to make sure that this kind of breakaway rogue cell doesn't get their hands on this person. So, by any means necessary, however you see fit.
And what clan is trying to recruit him? The Manchun?
Yeah.
Who interestingly also claimed to possess the Stone of Galore.
Oh, that's what you need to find the treasure, right?
That's also the faction that tried to kidnap Raymond.
Not the Zentarum, but
The Manchun.
Yeah. The Manchun. Yeah.
Manchun.
Yeah. Who, yeah, and so you had learned that the Stone of Galore was in Xanatar's possession, and that word on the street is that the Zentarum have stolen it. And since not everybody's clear on like this breakaway faction from the Zentarum, people are just kind of lumping them all together, and so so word on the street is Zentarum has stolen the stones from Xanatar, sparking off this battle between the two factions in the underbelly of Waterdeep.
The Xanatar kidnapped. Both factions.
Both factions,
Yeah.
yeah. So the Zentarum, so the Manchun Zentarum. Thank you for the bit, Scribe. How are you doing,
Scribe.
man?
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for stopping by. So the Manchun Zentarum, they kidnapped Raynor, and then the Xanatar kidnapped him from them.
There's a lot going on.
But that, the Xanatar, it's just too many eyes. That just freaks me out.
Too many eyes.
Yeah. They're not very good at playing love.
Yeah, they are. They are. Some of them tend to be quite obvious
Yeah.
as to where their loyalties lie.
And I just can't get behind that. I just can't.
Let Deacon know his $5 went to my weed-infused barbecue pork mac and cheese.
Yes.
Derek sounds a little quiet, but other than that, good. Derek is a little like, you need to start screaming.
Kind of laggy.
That is a little laggy.
Music.
I don't know everything off. I was plugged into the internet.
Yeah, plugged into the Ethernet.
Hmm.
It says everything's fine.
Everything looks fine on my computer.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe it's just that.
yeah. Trying to render everything. So, so with that, you guys just let us know if anything is looking or sounding kind of bad. The game's all the way up. I guess I can put that a little closer to you.
There's literal weed in my mac and cheese. Yeah, I'm naturally very loud, so you can put the mic down as far as you want. You're looking really good, John. From the back view.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I didn't come here to be just some piece of. Yeah, I did. So I'm a ham. Let me have it. All right, so you have been given this job from Davil. He says that you'll be compensated for your troubles, and he also, I think he also said something about trying to get you some protection for the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall that.
I recall that. Me too.
And he's not the only one. Raynor had also said something about it, and then there's always that if you can afford to spend the gold, there's always that that other lady, that lady Okoria or something like that.
How do you
More than
spell?
they-
Yeah.
How do you spell Zentarum?
Zhentarium. Probably.
I know it probably doesn't matter. I know what I would have meant, but
I just call them things.
the Zents. The Zents.
The flying snake people.
Well, Raynor also said something about getting moral silver handles out. What's the word?
Confidant?
Benefactor, perhaps?
Possibly,
Yeah.
That kind of implied protection.
Mm-hmm.
But we hadn't heard anything back about that yet.
No, not yet.
We're going to hire new bar staff before we go running around the city for turning
Did we lose all of them?
That's
Yes.
all we had before it happens.
And a ghost. You still got the ghost.
Our boy Liv.
Yeah, Liff is as you guys are sitting maybe at the bar like in the morning talking about like what you're gonna do. You can see like glasses rising up in the air like with a rag and like sort of polishing themselves and.
Well, there you go.
But can he handle the rush?
Yeah, we better staff up.
Well, and it's kind of putting a damper on your guys' I guess mobility, sort of.
Yeah. Like I said, before we go running off into the city for an undetermined amount of time.
Okay. I just want to hire a staff.
Well, you've
Stuff on boards,
What
right?
do we need? We need somebody around the bar, somebody in the kitchen.
What you do is you hold them hostage. Threaten their lives and their family. So they have no choice but to work for us.
That's fair.
I'm not disagreeing.
But
But we might want to go a different way first.
okay, we can do that after your way.
That's probably why it's so soft.
What?
Didn't have the Yeti in. It was my computer mic.
Oh.
Now let me listen.
We just switched to Streamlabs. Streamlabs OBS. So.
Whoa. Everything just went like silent on John's end.
Oh no.
Can you have both on? Or would it feedback loop probably?
Should be. I see it working. I see it picking up.
Audio shifted a ton.
Yeah. Well, so we were working. So I didn't have the Yeti as the input for the mic.
Oh, Kiki.
So hopefully that's fixed now.
Oh, she's sleeping.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Check. Keep
So
talking.
hopefully that balances it out a little bit.
Yeah, keep talking so Adrian can.
Yeah. So you guys. Oh shoot! What was I saying?
You gotta hire staff.
Hire staff. Yeah. And you were suggesting to.
Thank you.
Does that sound okay or?
Yeah, you know, a little bit. You're loud enough.
A little low?
Yeah.
Is did they?
It is quite fluffy.
Your beard looks fluffy.
Did anything change?
So does mine.
Did anything change with the mic?
Wait.
Mm-mm.
Wait, just look at it. A second.
Did anything change with the filters?
Everything in general is a little low.
Huh.
Sounds way balanced though.
Seems well balanced. Balance is good. Should we just turn the gain up? Maybe.
We can try.
Which one? So we don't use the noise gate, but we do use the noise suppression, right?
I don't remember anymore.
Yeah. I think so. So sorry for all the audio troubles, guys. We like I said, we switched to Streamlabs OBS, and we've been messing around with it. But this is the first time we've really like gotten into going live with it and stuff. So thank you very much for your patience. So I've got the noise suppression on right now. Hopefully that'll.
I'm just seeing the part where you're wrapping your hair around.
Oh, I was trying to make myself have a fluffy beard. I wanted Iliador to compliment my beard. And he didn't, so I gave up.
I have the noise suppression on. Is that?
Yeah, keep going.
Huh?
Keep
Okay.
going.
All right. So.
Hi, Mom.
Okay.
Hello.
What's up?
Come and check us out. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out. We're figuring out our audio real quick, but I will continue to narrate.
Possible F.
Possible F.
Possible weed in your mac and cheese.
Mac and weed.
Mac and weed.
I'm getting away with turning the gain up, so I'm gonna try to bump it a little more.
Okay.
Alright, keep talking.
All right. Yeah. So you guys need to hire new people. You can do this. You can roll. You and Derek and Reveracus make quite a good team when it comes to talking and inciting people.
Yes.
So if you both just want to give me a roll, perhaps I can determine the quality of the quality of your employees, whether or not we're gonna have trouble from them later on.
Sounds pretty. I got it all the way up.
There you go. Everything's beautiful
Oh, yeah.
now.
Wow.
Everything's beautiful.
We'll have to play with the settings on here.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's the settings on there.
Uh-huh.
But anyway.
I crit. So 25.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
19.
That's 19. Okay, so
I'm like piercing their soul.
it was.
See, that's why I think my intimidation is so good, because I'm standing there like 5 foot tall and she's just like right over top of me, glaring into their soul.
So it was a tough application process.
Nope.
Some people didn't survive.
You already know too much. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, the basement just got a few more bodies. But
It's like what is it, Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Rav.
Sweeney Rav.
But at the end of the day, you guys have some top-notch quality employees, and you can name them if you want. They can be whoever you want them to be. So
How many do we get?
you get 4.
1, 2, 3. Let's have the viewers name some.
Yeah, you guys can just shout out names. You might get more than that actually. I have to look, but
I want to hire a Maria.
because with the businesses.
Well, we definitely need a crotchety bartender.
I wrote down Maria as something.
Okay.
Since we're going for the rustic theme,
What'd you say?
so we need a crotchety bartender since we're going for the rustic.
I feel like I kind of imposed that. I don't know if that was the
Kendig.
original.
Mom said Kendig.
Kendig. Dude, that's D&D as frick.
Yeah, dude. Kendig.
So Maria Kindig.
Let's see. I know we have a couple other people that would like to put some names if they'd like.
What are these guys doing?
Hey, Maddie, how'd you get so lucky? Also, just realizing that John's icon is the god from Monty Python.
Yeah, you can thank Adrian for that.
How did I get so lucky? I don't know. I'm not particularly lucky ever, so. Can one be named Pork Chop?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
What's
That's
up,
our
Shades?
chef.
What is up, Shades? One's name is Pork Chop. Is he a dwarf?
And
I think he's gotta be.
Rasputin.
But he's not the cook.
He's not the cook?
No.
Oh, who's the cook?
Kendig, no.
I don't know, the next one.
Rasputin, he's not the cook.
Rasputin is the cook.
Alright.
So Rasputin is our cook. Who's our bartender, tendress?
I think I'm going with pork chop.
Pork chop, okay. And then what are the other two?
Servers.
Servers.
Whatever.
Server busser.
Alright.
Rasputin the chef.
That's great. Yeah, Kendig's a wonderful name. That's a good.
That's a good name.
Yeah, that was
Mom.
a real good name, Mom. That was really good.
Let me erase the halflings up here. Wait, which one? Kelso's the one that got away.
Yeah,
right?
Kelso's the one that survived.
Dasher did not dash that well.
Yeah.
Nick said he wants to name one. Okay, Nick, throw in a name and we'll put him on there. He's gonna be like.
Don't forget Nick.
He's gonna be like Nick. And this person can be another bartender, depending on what their name is.
And so
Could be the dishwasher.
The dishwasher.
and so with your new staff, you will be free to roam the city once again.
And then he disappeared.
You got your shirt, right? You got your shirt, right?
Shirt.
Your male shirt or whatever.
Chain shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm having a very specific and odd issue. I can confirm it's not on my end. Maddie's camera is out of sync with their audio, but everyone else's is fine. Or maybe the weed is really just
I can only imagine that it's... I mean, I can't imagine what that is, because we all use the same mic.
Unless that camera's a little delayed, but I don't know if that's possible.
It could be possible.
We did switch cameras.
Yeah, we did switch cameras.
But I'm 80% certain her video and audio are out of sync. Yeah, they're out of sync.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you smoking your mac and cheese right now?
Well, so Maddie, I guess you're gonna look like you have like a weird voiceover today.
Okay.
You've been dubbed.
Yeah, you've been dubbed.
I'm
Yeah.
I agree, Maddie is lagging.
Well,
They
you
put
could always,
edibles in my mac.
you could always delete that camera and redo it. Add it again.
Okay.
I hate how clear this one is. I can see how uncertain my face is sometimes. So
Uncertain.
baked mac and
Uncertain.
cheese.
What does that mean?
Yeah, do we have recipe? Can we get a recipe, please?
Wanda's office.
No, you talk, and we'll see if it's the camera.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, that's so funny. There's like 4 of them. This is so trippy.
What are you talking about, Leodora? That we must be hitting hard.
Oh god, I'm seeing double.
It's finally.
Now I'm talking, right? Now I need to talk. Talking. I want to eat.
It looks like it's back up. We'll keep an eye on it. So, so you have your staff.
I asked Nick, he texted me.
And
Do we want to go see Dabble or?
Wow, perfect.
Well, we've already seen that. We gotta find this
says he's been hanging down.
Eslom Bazant.
Oh, the wizard.
Yeah.
You probably can guess where he's hanging out. Where he's been seen around the dock ward. Which seems to be a very popular place for shady shit to go on.
Tell Twitch to stop casting slow on Maddie. I can't help it. Twitch doesn't want me to be a Twitch bot. Remy. We put his toys in a basket and now he just brings them out and
Yeah,
just
he's got
puts
all of
them
them out
everywhere.
there too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So so he's been hanging around the dock ward, and
You need counterspell. Counterspell. Did it work? He brought it back out.
You asshole.
Look at his tail though. It's like, look, I brought a bone.
Yeah, I tried to let Kiki in earlier, and Remy was sitting right by the door.
He's a jackass.
And like as soon as I opened the door, he just started wagging his tail, just smacking Kiki right in the face. Then she just ran off.
John's literally staring into my soul.
I know. That's the old DM stare. That's how my notes feel all the time. That's how my notes feel.
So we think this guy's at the dock, in the dock ward?
That's where he's been seen.
Yeah, that's where he's been.
Just look for a guy in a red cloak.
Some guy carrying a staff.
Well, he is said to be a red wizard, and
They're dangerous, aren't they?
Dude,
They're-
just take it away from him. Put it on the table. Yeah, they're kind of dicks.
They're kind of dicks. He's gonna get that shit
Sorry.
on you.
Eslin Bazant, and he's got a crew as well.
What's his name?
Eslin.
Eslin Brazant.
Vance.
Eslin.
So you guys have been down to the dock ward a couple times. You're somewhat familiar with the place.
Especially Candle Lane.
Candle Lane.
Candle Lane.
You're also familiar with some of the taverns there.
Yeah, there's the one with the
Can you
The
hand,
anchor
Anchor
on
in it.
top, yeah.
can you hand me Sobble?
that's the skewered dragon.
Sobble.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, he's
Yay, I remember
tiny.
Yeah, thank God you do. 'Cause I'm like, oh. And then there was another one too that you've been to. That's it's a little better than the skewered dragon.
Sobble, why do you have to be so
Now the mic that's on top there, what mic is that?
That is the Yeti.
The Yeti?
Yeah.
I wonder why it's not peaked. Or it's not even above.
Well, it might be because we're not Dylan.
Oh.
We're not Dylan.
But yeah. So there was the skewered dragon. Oh, there we go. There's the recipe. Oh yeah, thank you. So I copy and paste that.
Copy and paste what?
Weed mac and cheese.
Weed.
Baked mac and cheese.
Now this might be. Oh no, it should be about the perfect height for Sobble.
Oh,
no,
Sobble.
Sobble. Oh, he's so cute.
But yeah, would you like to make a check? Or would somebody like to make a check to find this man?
Investigation.
You can do it a couple ways. You can do some intimidation, or you can do some persuasion or deception to sort of ask around and like maybe grease some palms.
15.
15. Okay. So
And that covers everything but investigation.
right, and so you're kind of bombing around the dock ward for the better part of the day, and like talking to some folks, and there seems to be a strange silence. You know that some of the people you're talking to know who you're talking about, but they're not saying anything.
Alrighty.
Even for ready money.
That is.
Do they act scared at all?
It's just kind of not really. Well, it's just kind of like if you were to ask, they'd be like, oh, no, I've never heard of that guy at all. They'd look a little suspicious. Maybe they'd get a little defensive, but and maybe a little scared. Yeah.
Nick said her name is Claire. She is a server who is an elf druid. She's mean but flirty to get extra tips, but super nice to us.
All
So
we asked for
basically-
was a name, Nick.
Yeah, but he gave us a backstory.
She's gonna get fired
And
right
she's
away.
a slut.
Can't be bringing your druid friends in just because, they need a job.
And
Or are you giving us your next character?
there you go.
Yeah, as soon as Hunter dies, I want to play my server.
No,
He's
can't.
literally just staring at me. He seems kind of scared though. No, Sobble has no fear. Do you see him? No fear whatsoever.
No
He is
fear.
judging you.
He's
and
actually
finding
judging,
you
yeah.
wanting.
Sobble Straw is indestructible. I love him so much. I want to go back to Gamer Oasis and get another one. Just I don't have two.
Now while you guys are in, while you're sort of doing your thing, and you guys are kind of walking around, Rabaracus, you will see, walking through the dock ward, you'll see Rishal, who is the Dragonborn, the Golden Dragonborn who owns the bookshop that you guys bought your scroll from. And he seems to be making his way hastily through the crowd. But when when he goes to sort of cross the alleyway, he's going to see you and he's going to wave.
Okay. I approach?
Yeah, and he'll actually be approaching you. He comes over and he says, Reveracus. And how are you today?
What's the weather like?
It's cloudy and
I erect
the constant
spine
threat
of
of drizzle.
gloom.
He says, yes, I can't be. I have to say I'm not excited about this weather we've been having either. What brings you down to the Dark Ward today?
I'm mingling in the crowd.
Yeah, he's talking to some peddler of some sort.
I'm like, okay. We're looking for a red wizard by the name of Estu.
And he'll kind of he'll put one clawed finger to his chin. He'll say, Estu.
Indeed.
You know, you lizards got to stick together.
Audio out of sync again. That's anime. That's Maddie's anime power. Don't worry. Twitch cast is slow on Mads. Her power is being dubbed badly. Never mind. Just ignore me. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, sorry about that. We'll try to get that figured out. I'm really not sure what's going on.
How could we ignore the person with the most game wins yesterday? Because my brain is jello.
We can always switch the camera back. It's blurry, but...
Yeah, I just wonder why it's doing that.
I don't know.
Might be the configuration in which they're plugged. It's always a possibility.
Always an adventure.
Yes. And she's gone.
Poof!
You guys
Took care of that problem.
You guys didn't respect what you had, and now it's gone. Now her audio can't be out of sync because she is not there any longer. So
yeah, I should have just been like, no.
So he's going to say,
Is it gonna cut back on?
It will eventually.
Okay.
And he says,
John casts Spanish.
He says, I have heard that name before, although I can't remember in relation to what exactly. Perhaps I read it in a book.
Maddie, make a Christmas thing. Would the last name help as well?
He says,
Pants or something?
He says, but do you know who's really good at finding people?
No.
He says, did you know we live near a private eye?
I didn't write him down.
I get really excited because I don't know what a private eye is, but it's a body part. And I'm really pumped.
It's like
So
private loosely translates to secret, and so you're like secret body
eye?
parts?
Yeah, secret. There's an eye? I
know most people have two. Where's the secret one?
I'm excited. I would like to meet the private eye. How big is it?
He says, well, he's a very slight man, actually.
Man.
Yes, he works down in the
Tiger's
nondescript building with the tiger's eye on it.
I thought you said it was an eye.
It is a tiger's eye.
Oh, so there's a tiger's eye involved.
Well, on the sign.
It's probably thinking Shrek.
Well, on the sign, it's an eye. But you know, Ravaracus, it is always pleasant talking with you. But I must be on my way.
Have a good day.
You do the same. And he says, oh, and do let me know when you're reading fortunes again. I have some questions for the ethereal.
You've got it.
And and then he continues on his way.
I will then saunter up to Derek, or tower over him, more like, Derek, I've got some information.
Do tell.
I can imagine the people you're talking to are like, ah!
Derek might have him like against a wall, like
Yeah.
like like counting on his fingers the ways that he could have you break his body.
There's a private eye, but that isn't actually an eye. That is a man by a tiger's eye. It's
Oh.
also private, but it's a man. But they say it's a. Rochelle said it's a private eye.
Yes.
The gentleman we met with the pipe.
Yes.
His name was Vincent Trench.
I didn't get that part, but his name is Vincent Trench.
And Bartholomew, what are you doing?
Trench. That's just the perfect name for a private eye.
What are you doing out and about in the dock ward?
I guess I'm beating the bush too, just kind of talking to people.
Okay. You'll definitely be able to witness a flagrant display of acrobatics and tricks like juggling and like sword swallowing and stuff from these very colorful carnival kind of people.
There's gotta be a pretty lady there somewhere, right? With
Actually,
like a little gypsy veil.
actually, no. It's all men.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all men. But you might recognize some of them from the
From the ship.
from the ships, yeah, from
Yarl-
Jarl
Yarl-
Axle's
Yarl
ships,
Axle.
yeah. But they're all humans, and they're all like just doing like crazy tricks and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll just keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Anybody that looks out of sorts.
Okay. Give me.
Everywhere.
Carnies are suspicious in general.
Well, and so.
Oops, is your mom still watching?
Yeah, right. And so, so one of them will actually approach you. One of them will actually approach you and ask you if you are Barthol.
Why yes?
He says,
And to what do I owe this pleasure?
and he extends his hand and he says, you want to see? Gotta have these names on the fly.
So why do they call it a private eye?
It's short for private investigator.
Mm-hmm.
So they just shortened investigator to I.
Oh, I was thinking maybe just because it's like they have eyes all over the place.
No, that's
secretive.
that's the guys we don't want to mess with.
Oh, that's right.
I can see the confusion with all this going
So
on.
is he bad?
He'll introduce himself as Simon, and but he'll say but he'll tell you he'll ask you if you would be interested in a little side gig.
I'm listening.
He says, well, it just so happens that that the captain
Jarl Axel?
Someone's giving
that
me
the
a
captain that the captain has some and when you say Jarl Axel, he like glares at you and he says, do not refer to him as his name.
Okay, fair enough.
He says these streets are teeming with spies, and then he'll his friendliness will return, and he will say that that he has some information for Gaxley, and would like to sort of pass that along. And hearing that you have become quite close with Gaxley, he wondered if you would deliver this information to him.
Perhaps.
And he will tell you. Well, he'll hand you he'll hand you like a loosely bound scroll. And he'll say, deliver that to Gaxley. the captain thinks it's very important information that all of Waterdeep should know.
Okay.
That sounds suspicious.
And, okay, I'll still deliver this message for you. Probably be seeing him in the next few days.
Yeah, and he gives a deep, courteous bow, and he will, and with the twirl of a scarf, he will be off, and he'll do a couple like cartwheels and a couple like handsprings, and then get right back into a rotation of like dagger throwing and whatnot.
Okay. To avoid suspicion, I will applaud.
Okay.
So, what did he task you with? Just so for note purposes.
His name is Simon. He wants me to bring Galaxy a note, a message.
How do you spell Galaxy?
Gaxley. Sorry.
Gaxley.
Yeah, it's just Gaxley.
Gaxley.
Yeah.
We've been screwing it up for weeks now.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All of us say it differently.
I have, yeah.
Gaxley Waterbust from the
Rudder bust.
Rudder the review guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and your Laxol, his public name is Zardas Zod.
Oh, Zardas.
Oh, Zardas. One word or no?
Two
Zardas
words. Yeah.
Zod.
And so yeah. So that will happen while you're out and about.
No, I want to read it when I'm out of sight. Is it? Is there a wax seal or anything?
No, actually, it's loosely bound. As if yeah, and it's loosely bound. And when you start peering over it, it's going to mention orgies and secret deals happening behind closed doors. Mostly targeted towards and rumors of devil worship targeted and you see like a bunch of names that sound fancy and noble, and
Sounds like some devil
like
man
a secret,
crybaby shit.
a secret organization or something.
yeah, or just some loose or maybe strong like devil worshipping cell within the nobility in the city. It's very well written.
Is it an invitation for Galaxy?
No, it's like information for him to write an article on it.
Oh, I see.
Or actually, the article's pretty much already written. Whoever wrote it is quite the writer. Smooth.
No.
Wait,
mentions what?
Yeah, I'll roll it back up and stuff it away, and tell Derek what's going on.
Okay.
Well, I just realized, like, devil worship in this realm just takes on a whole different meaning.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
there's some real consequences, isn't there?
Yeah, Ravrakus is like, well, I don't know if I really see the issue with that.
We all draw power from someplace.
Okay.
So his name is Simon, and he's from the
Carney ship.
Carney ship.
What is this? Like, just a cat that thinks it's a horse.
But he's somehow tied with the drow, right? From Luskin.
Yes. Jarl Axel is the leader of the Bregendarth, which is a drow fraternity that is intimidating.
Okay.
They actually control Luskin. I don't know if your characters know that, but just for the table.
Yeah, I think he does actually. From the beginning, the very beginning of this campaign.
Okay.
I rolled a history check or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah, you scored really well on that.
so they actually control Luskin, but yeah.
And Jarl Axel is trying to get a seat in Waterdeep, right?
Yeah, well, he's trying to get a seat. He's trying to get Luskin at the table for the Lord's Alliance. He wants to be part of the Lord's Alliance. He wants to have some political clout, I guess, within the Lord's Alliance. So he's trying to buy his way in.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I will fill Derek in and ask about this Pravda.
Oh, we met him that one time.
Oh, is that who she's talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Vincent Trench.
Perhaps we should go see him.
Can't hurt. He did seem open to taking on cases.
Friendly chap as well.
And no one's talking to me, regardless. So.
Yeah.
I'm like admiring like a nearby fruit stand, like.
Yes, and like I said, there's a little bit of.
So where are the guts?
And these people know him, but they're not giving it up.
Okay. Suspected as much.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether he's already in with the Manchun or just he's. I mean, the Red Wizards, in and of themselves, have
These teeth
a
are
rep.
made from tearing meat apart.
Well, perhaps we'd like some dried fruit.
Ugh.
No, you bite it like this. You can tear it.
Oh well, I don't see the issue with that.
Did you know plants are alive?
They should be dead.
You can just rip into a plant carcass.
Plant carcass.
Here,
Everything
I have
is-
some celery. It crunches like bones.
It crunches. Oh my god. I'm going vegan.
So Rabragus comes over with a book of full
Yeah,
vegetables. Thank you, Eleanor, for the bits.
Eleanor, for the bits. Yeah, I come over with a whole bunch of celery.
and only half of it's broken.
Yeah. It sounds like bones. It's plant carcass.
Plant carcass.
Did you see the vendor in the background, like counting their coin?
Very good, Rav. We can use it for
satisfying.
make
It's good to expand your horizons.
I didn't know plants could be satisfying to break until just today. We use them for poultices and herbs, and now I can break them. 20 plant carcass is the worst! Never looks at celery again.
Bits for plant carcass.
Well, I think we've exhausted the docks. Perhaps we should go talk to this Vincent guy.
I am going to tip the vegetable vendor a gold. Because good salesmanship. Bravo.
Oh, if you want to get something too, I would suggest the celery.
And and he'll just nod and say, "Well, I always seek to satisfy my customers."
As I'm like peering behind him to see what else he has in the back.
And he says, "And speaking of, you look like a businessman."
Attempting.
And he says, "Yes. He says, "I recognize your portrait."
Portrait.
Yes, from the Wazoo.
Oh, yes.
He says, "You run that Troll Skull Manor, don't you?"
Yes.
He says, "Where are you getting your produce from?"
Where are we getting our produce from?
Me. Because I have all this sauce.
We don't really have any. Just lots of cheese and bread and meat. We could do for some produce.
He says, "I can have it delivered fresh every morning."
We'll consider it.
For a light retainer, of course.
No, of course. Well, something to chew on. Let us think it over.
We'll discuss it with our head chef.
Yes.
We'll be in touch.
All right, and he says, "You won't be disappointed."
I am already impressed. So.
Yeah. And
I came out of the group fund because I'm broke.
yeah.
Produce.
And then where will you guys go?
Back to the North Ward,
Okay.
I guess. Derek, right?
Yeah. we have to
Is that an animal?
drop a note for Vincent, and probably should do some rounds before the evening shift starts it. Before somebody else tries to trash our bar.
Ooh.
Oh.
That is just the amount of bits that I want. That's the magical number right there.
Thank you, Eldo.
Those are the bits that keep on giving. So you're gonna go. I'm sorry. You're gonna go check on the bar, make sure no one's torn it apart yet. And then where's the other place?
Well, we were
We're dropping a note,
gonna
or
go
see
out.
if Vincent's home.
Okay, yeah. Vincent's place looks like it does every time you pass it. Looks like it's closed up, but last time you guys were there, you just went and knocked on the door. And so when you do that, you'll knock on the door. Vincent will open it immediately.
Like he was watching
I'm
us.
just impressed by everybody today.
Right?
Greetings.
Yes, and he says, "Welcome. Come on in. I was expecting you."
Oh, you were.
He says, "Yes, of course."
Do tell.
Sorry, everybody's saying nice correctly.
He says, "Well, it's my business to know, isn't it?" And he'll light his pipe, and he'll lean back in his chair, and he'll say, "So, tell me, what have you come to find out?"
We're searching for someone.
Yes.
Esloon Bazant.
Oh my goodness.
He says, "Well, half of Waterdeep probably knows you're searching for him now. Esloon probably knows as well. So I did you the favor of throwing my own investigative weight into the ring, and I've come up with a couple pieces of interesting information."
Sounds good.
So, what Vulcan said, living for Remy backing out the room with a phone.
And
He's a third.
he says, "But of course, information is currency in and of itself, is it not?
Of course,
And,
of course.
And no man works for free,
Wouldn't dream of it.
but men do barter."
I look at Derek, and I look at the celery, and I hold it out.
And he says, I've been quite curious about an individual who has arrived in Waterdeep just recently, and it's come to my attention that you may have had some interaction with this particular gentleman, and perhaps we can arrange an exchange of information.
Possibly.
He says, "Can you tell me what you know about a Zardon Zars?"
Leave that in your court.
Maybe?
It's the captain of the Carney ships.
Oh, yes. He,
He's from your neck of the woods, so I'll let you field that one.
well, I don't know a lot. I do happen to know he's from Luskin. And, he controls, or maybe is the head of a gang, from there.
Again, you say?
More of a fraternity, I suppose.
How much do you want to tell him? Do you tell him everything? Do you conceal anything? Are you trying to?
No, that's about all I tell.
Okay.
But that's all.
No,
Right.
you want to tell me the name of the fraternity, or
Um.
we know a lot more than that. That's why.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily need you to recall it if you don't have the notes right in front of you. I can just you just tell me how much you want to tell him.
The name Brigandar comes to mind.
Yeah, and Vincent will cross his legs and lean forward and say, "Interesting," and he'll smoke his pipe. Take a big draw out of his pipe, and he says, "And does this individual go by another name, perhaps?"
Yes. Your Laxor.
He says, just as I figured.
But that's on the down low.
He says, of course. He says, this is too. He says, Esloon has set up shop in the Dock Ward. He is currently staying in secret at the Blushing Mermaid on Net Street.
Ooh. Oh, I love that name. I can make a peek. Is that a bar?
It is an inn. Yeah.
Okay. When was the last time he was seen there?
Mere hours ago.
Sorry, what part of town was this?
Next week.
Net Street in the Dock Ward.
Okay.
But he's going by another name, and as I understand, he has disguised himself. So it doesn't look like he normally does.
What name is he going by?
He says, what's Esloon backwards?
No see.
No see.
That's what he's going by.
Okay. No see.
Well, considering we didn't know what he looked like to begin with.
True. Well, that's some really good information.
Yeah. We got a place.
And
Yeah, I got nothing in disguise because we pretty much already won our cover.
so was the information I provided you enough payment?
He says, oh, ample, yes.
Oh, very good.
He says,
Sorry, I really didn't have more than that, but I mean.
he says, oh, that's plenty to get started. And he says, he says you can stop by anytime. He says he can see, he can sense a lucrative relationship between the two of us.
Excellent. It's good to hear.
Well, while we have you, I assume you've heard the rumors of the Stone of Galore?
Yes, I have.
Do you have... I mean, we've heard that Xanatar had it and it was stolen by the Zents. But then the Zents and the Xanatar tried to kidnap a noble because they thought he had it.
Yes.
So,
Well, because he's Lord Never Emperor's son.
yes. So I just didn't know if you had any further information on that. Or
He says
would be
I
willing
don't.
to look into
He
it.
says I don't yet, but I would absolutely be willing to look into it. He says if the hidden treasure is as bountiful as they say,
Everyone should know the problem.
the commission on such a project could be quite lucrative.
Precisely.
Indeed.
And he says yeah, if I'll work on commission. On this task, he says there'll be a finder's fee. What numbers were you thinking?
Well, I don't have any hard numbers because I don't want to.
15%?
That sounds fair, but then again, if things get exaggerated, then you might end up getting screwed. So.
He says I'm willing to take the chance.
Very well.
Okay. So like
I just didn't want to short you.
He says treasure hunting is is usually a gamble anyway.
Yeah. And of course, we'll be doing the dirty work, so that works.
And yeah, and he'll. If you guys don't have any other questions for him.
Oh, and feel free to stop by anytime for some of Partham's spicy sausage.
Oh, absolutely. Please do.
Oh yeah, and he'll say, "Well, I was by there the other night. I was too afraid to say. You look busy. I was too. I didn't want to stop you. But it was quite a night. I enjoyed Lady Reverakis's, Madame Merkel's fortune telling. He says I was tempted, but
Well, the sausages are made by request only, so just come see me.
And he says, from what I saw that night, there was definitely a special request for sausage by one young orcish maiden.
Yes, he's a regular. However, we got a new cook. This is it. So, who knows what the menu is going to look like? Definitely give us a look us up.
So yeah. So how? By the way, how did your
liaison?
Yeah. How is Yagra? What's the status on that? For my own personal notes.
Well, she stuck around to the end of the night, and I don't know. This little dwarf came in the bar and whispered something in her ear, and she had to leave out in a hurry.
So what actually happened?
What actually happened, Marcus?
She said she'd see me later, and yeah, she just left.
What actually happened, Marcus?
They both left. I don't know where they went, but they left together.
Well, I was just seeing to her safety.
I think you were seeing to other things too.
The mating rituals between these warm
Humans.
What are the mating rituals of Ravrakis' people like?
Well, it depends. If you're the queen, you kill him afterwards.
After the male slave has performed his task dutifully,
Pretty much.
he is sacrificed to the queen.
And then the rest of the tribe consumes upon his body parts, and we are fed for a week.
It is it's hot shit.
Literally.
Now, for your notes, you've seen her leave, and then you've seen me leave out the back, and that's all anybody's seen.
Mm-hmm. Is a skull made into a soup bowl? Absolutely.
Yes.
That's where they sacrifice. They put the blood in, and then
Yeah. And so when you return to the Troll Skull Manor, the place is like looking spotless. The place is prepped and ready for service. You guys come in, and who are your employees again?
we got Maria, Kendig, Porkchop, Rasputin, and Claire.
Yes.
And Claire is actually there.
Yeah, Claire's actually there. She's a server, but you said she's a dishwasher. She's like a server-dishwasher combo.
She's a dishwasher.
And Rasputin kind of staggers out of the kitchen and throws he has like a raw bone of ham, and he slaps it on the counter and he says, "Ah, service."
What is it?
Don't put that on the counter.
And he's like seasoning it and he's like smacking it, and he says, "You don't tell me how to cook. I got my own way." And he slings it back over his shoulder and he stomps off back towards the kitchen.
I look at Derek. Do you want me to eat him?
Okay,
It's his first day.
As long as he keeps the raw food off the bar, that's all I'm concerned about.
Don't worry, I got it. I start licking the freaking bar. Ow, I've got a splinter. We should really look into sanding that down.
Yeah, I'll go into the kitchen and give a look around.
The place is a mess. It's an absolute mess. Like, dishes are stacked up to the ceiling. Claire is like barely keeping up. Like, and
We haven't even opened yet.
She's working hard. It looks like every dish in the kitchen has been used, and Rasputin is asleep.
I'll walk over to him and gently tap him on the shoulder.
He says, "Ah, fuck off. I got my way."
Okay, I will leave the kitchen.
Do you want me to eat him?
First day.
So he gets one strike, and after that I can eat him. At least a finger.
Yeah. But he is reminding me of Dasher, so it might not be long.
I thought I profiled him.
Yeah, you totally did, and he's he's he definitely at the time he definitely seemed like he was a very viable candidate.
Yeah.
Definitely eccentric, but he guys like cooked you guys a sample or whatever, and it was
immaculate.
Yeah. So yeah. And Claire is kind of just like just super apologetic. She's just like sorry Bartholomew, sorry Bartholomew. She says
Claire.
Claire, and she says I'll get this cleaned up right away.
Derek's beard is the Atlas holding up the stream.
Nice.
I'll tell Claire.
Glass of whiskey in one hand, baked mac and cheese in the other.
I'll tell Claire and leave the kitchen. I'll find Derek and be
What
like,
does Claire look like?
how much are we paying our
Exactly like Nick wants her to.
Big boobies.
He's sleeping in the kitchen.
What the hell?
I can wake him up.
I mean, let's give him a chance and see what the food looks like.
I'll
But
beat him with the hand bone. Oh! What do you have to say about it, Macho? Come here.
Apparently he agreed with the hand bone idea.
Yeah, he's like, yeah! Beat him, Mom! Yeah!
So
Claire's doing a good job.
are you guys trying to go to the Blushing Mermaid on this day, or will this be a next day sort of thing?
It'll be a next day.
Okay. So so dinner service will happen. Somehow, and you have no idea how, but all the food is coming out on time. It's coming out on time. It's delicious. Every time you look back there, it looks like the man is doing absolutely nothing. But food keeps coming out of the kitchen and it's immaculate. There's some.
Is he a wizard?
There's some magic to it or something. Like like every time you look at him, it looks like he's like at one point you look back and he's just like. He's got like 5 sacks of flour stacked in the middle of the kitchen, and he's just like staring at him, and he's kind of wavering back and forth, and he's like mumbling some kind of like gibberish, and
Is it?
and but then like something will start to bubble over on the stove, and he'll like run over and like catch it, and like so. So you don't know how he's holding it together, but it's coming out and it's delicious, and there are no complaints. But
Well, I will go congratulate him. Like, I know you have your ways, so keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing.
But yeah, and like I said, he's using every dish in the kitchen. Like as soon as they're coming clean, he's like grabbing it and like.
Oh, something popped up.
No, what was it?
I don't know. I saw the little zombie. It popped up for like
Oh.
half a second.
Oh, did we see what it was?
No, it was like half a second. I don't know if there's.
Baker's Man has followed. I think that's Logan actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, thank you very much, Logan.
What's up,
What
Logan?
the fuck
Good to
was
see
that? See, I saw.
Elidor, calm down, man.
It was like it did it like for a very intense second, just like popped up and was gone.
Ease up on the mac and cheese, bro.
He's up on the mac and cheese. CC, it is.
So yeah.
I will tip Claire a little something.
Oh.
If the kitchen's that big of a
Oh,
mess.
God. Yeah, Yagra stumbles in like at some point. She's hanging out at the bar.
She won another fortune. I can tell her that.
Gaxley comes in at some point in the night, and he says he sits down at the bar. He's requesting the sausage.
That's 2 requests for the sausage tonight.
Yeah. And thank you,
11.
And and Yagar will actually be sitting right next to him, and she'll turn to him and start. You can see them like conversing at the bar
Cool.
across the room.
So like the corner bar technique is in effect.
Kind of, except he keeps kind of looking over at you like eyebrow like.
Oh, she's a lovely lady. I'll be right back. And I will go back to the kitchen and basically scribe out the recipe for my sausage and give it to Recipe?
Yep.
Yeah, and he'll kind of take a look at it. He says,
This is shit.
Now listen,
recipe shit.
roll.
He says, you serve this horse fodder.
Yes, you serve this horse fodder. If you want a job here,
LBO.
He says,
don't tweak the recipe.
Rasputin is Russian, by the way.
No,
we had no idea.
Yeah, and he says, and he says something in a dialect you don't understand, but you can. The implication is that it's not very nice, and you can see he'll take the recipe with him and he'll like slide it onto the.
Listen,
the
do whatever you want, but that sausage, focus.
All right.
And then I will leave the kitchen.
All right. And then where will you go?
Back to the bar.
Okay. Robert Rappers, what are you doing during business hours?
Did y'all want me to do Madame Merkel again?
That's all on you.
Sure.
We got a full staff tonight, so we don't need quite so many distractions.
Okay. I guess I can still do it. I don't have anything else going on. If anybody wants to, and at all. Oh, she's so wet.
Just don't read Yager again.
If she
please.
does, I'm changing it.
I will keep her busy.
I'll change it.
No.
Just tell her persistence is the key. We gotta make this happen, Rav. We gotta make this happen.
She's going to kill him. If she can't get him.
But yeah,
But what a way to go.
I'll talk
He wants
to.
to go between female thighs.
I'll briefly talk to Yaga and just kind of greet her, and then Galaxy. Of course, I will greet him
Oh yeah.
with a really warm welcome, and then I'll just.
How did you like that article I wrote?
Oh, that was. You shouldn't have. That was really kind.
He says.
Kind words.
He says, well. One good turn deserves another. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree indeed. Well, you make yourself comfortable and enjoy yourself. I'll be back around shortly, and then I'll go smooth the other table.
Okay, and he says, I was wondering if I could have some friends stop by sometime, and perhaps we could rent out the place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But
He says a private affair. He says obviously we'll pay.
Okay. Well, talk to Derek, and he can set it up. He handles all that stuff.
Okay. And did you want to do anything about that scroll that was given to you earlier?
Oh yeah. Not yet.
Okay. So Ramarakis, a dragonborn, a gold dragonborn, will kind of which you recognize to be Rashal, will kind of be meandering around, and he'll eventually kind of work his way over to Madame Merkel's table, and he'll say, how much is it for Madame Merkel to read one's fortune?
Derek. How much is it? I have no concept of currency. Only knuckle bones.
And he starts rooting around in his components pouch, and he says, I'm sure I have some bones, right?
Oh yes, any sort of bone would be great. I'm just like cut off, boop.
And he'll pull out a
I need
sliver.
cat skull.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Like a very tiny cat
Yes.
skull, like impossibly small cat skull. He says, well, I have this tiny.
All right, what would you like to know?
He says, well, I was wondering if you could, if your gift included locating things. He says, I've had my eyes out for a rare book, and have been unable to find it. Perhaps you could use your powers to divine its location.
I do have a looking object, but I don't know if augury I can receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action. So I don't know what the question would be like.
We could try locate the object, right?
That only goes like 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it's only 1,000 feet. It might not be.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said, you can try that, and if it's not within the 1,000 feet, maybe you can use the augury to discern a better place to cast it.
Yeah, the only issue is I only have 2 second level spell slots.
Okay.
Then I can't cast it anymore after that.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
So you only get 2 auguries, or
Yes.
only, what is locate object? Is that a first or second?
Second.
Ah, so you got one or the other.
Yeah.
They're your spells.
Cue the Deadpool painting commercial.
I guess.
Well, you could find out if the object. Could you use augury to find out if the object is even in Waterdeep?
Yeah. I guess I could do that.
Like this might be not. This might be something that you can't do in a single setting. We might have to quest for it.
Yeah. So what I'm going to let him know is that perhaps in one setting I can only find out so much, but if he were to come visit again, I'd be able to help him out a little bit more.
He says, "Oh, unfortunately, I don't know how many cat skulls I have." And he pulls out one, and he pulls out another one.
It doesn't just have to be cat skulls.
He says, I have tiny badger monkey skulls too.
She wants the whole badger monkey.
I've heard mighty macho. Yeah, he's mighty. So this is what I'm gonna ask, I guess. Let's do. I'm going to ask it the chances of Rashal finding the book in Waterdeep.
Okay.
Wheel would be a good result. Low would be bad. Wheel and woe are good and bad. Nothing that aren't especially good or bad.
It will be good and bad.
So he will find it, but there's some sort of...
Yeah, it's mixed up in some kind of trouble.
Okay. I will inform him of that. I don't know what it is, but I know that he will find it, but him finding it also means that he will be putting possibly his life at risk.
And he says, "Oh, well, that does make a lot of sense."
What do you mean?
Well, the tome that I seek is a conjurer's tome, a summoning tome. Contains the name of some very powerful devils.
I like the way you think. I'm gonna find it before him.
He says, no, I don't intend to use it. It's merely for my collection.
Yeah, me neither. I was gonna put it in my collection as well.
He says, I've been tossing around the idea of perhaps destroying it if I find it, but to give up a book so rare.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. It has so much value.
Let me see that scroll. Jotting down the names of these people supposedly involved in the devil worship.
And Rashal will say, he says, "Well, Madam Merkel, it has been a pleasure, and I do hope your business thrives."
I hope so too. I'd really like to get a full
Cat.
a full tiny cat.
Well, he says, well, you know where you can find lots of things.
No.
The City of the Dead.
That sounds
So how many spines just went up?
I erect the spine of.
He says, yes, the large graveyard within Waterdeep. It's pretty much just a
And that's how we lost Raph.
old abandoned
That's where I
graveyard.
live now.
Exactly.
Up Troll Skull Manor. I don't need that shit.
He says, in fact, I do recall hearing that there were some skeletons walking around.
I need to go. If you'll excuse me. But that excites me. City of the Dead.
Yes, it was a big. Apparently, it's some kind of big to do.
Macho. Also, I'm gonna let him know that we can have another session at another point.
Apparently, Sir Ambrose Everdon of Kellenborn is working on sorting out the whole problem.
Kellenborn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, isn't that
Yeah.
one god's name?
Took your god's place. Yes. Two birds, one stone.
Two birds, one bone.
I erect the spine of aggression.
Yeah, and even as Kellenbor's name is mentioned, there's this pale that sort of surrounds you for a moment. This tightening of the chest or something like.
White knuckle.
Yeah, like this rage fills you for momentarily, followed by a just the knowledge that
Are you trying to get over here?
or
You
the
can go around.
longing of a rightful place.
Yeah. He deserved it. Macho kitty.
But yeah. So I think that's the night's service. Did you want to deliver that thing to St. Gaxley, or
Oh, I
you
wanted
recorded
to.
the names down?
Yep.
You give it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Among those names are the one that sticks out to you is the Castle Lanterns.
Castle lanterns.
Castle lanterns.
Castle Lanterns. Castle Lanterns.
He's so tiny, nobody can see him. Don't steal Minnie, please.
Devil worshipping noble family.
Sir Ambrose Kellenborn.
Sir.
Dead bro, sir. Dead god vor.
I love Macho more than life.
Come here, junkie.
Now I will go back up to.
Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, it's so mighty.
What is the Dragonborn's name?
Rashal?
Rochelle.
Let's go up here. Okay.
Yeah, I will approach Galaxy.
Cat!
And,
You're famous.
well, I hope everything is
famous.
finding you well.
Oh yes, this sausage is better than last time. Delicious.
Oh,
It is.
You just keep doing it over and over again, Bob, I must say.
I'll stroke my mustache and. Oh well, that's very good to hear.
He says, I don't know what it is, just something a little different. Some tweak in the recipe.
So
But
glad
it's
you.
absolutely delicious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
oh.
On a different note, I was approached by a gentleman on the on the dockboard and was asked to give you a message.
He says, the dock ward.
Yes, I found it very strange, but I agreed to do it, so I haven't read it, mind you. And I'll hand him the scroll.
And he'll take it and he'll say, he'll kind of peruse it over and he says, interesting. And he says, from an anonymous source, you say, or did this person have a name?
He did mention a name, but I don't know if I recall.
Simon? The guy that
Simon.
killed you? Yeah.
Simon.
Simon, you say? Does Simon have any affiliations that can lend to his credibility? Or just some ruffian on the street?
Well, he was one of the performers on the docks.
On the docks, you say?
Yeah, he just approached me out of nowhere.
From the Sea Maidens Fair.
Whatever you say.
This could be interesting. Very well then. Thank you, Bartholomew.
Oh, you're quite welcome. You enjoy the rest of your evening. You know, go back to the kitchen and be like, what was that again?
Rasputin.
Like, why did you change my recipe?
This is what I didn't.
Look how he has a different accent.
Yeah, I can't keep him consistent. This is,
No. That's part of his character now.
He has multiple personalities.
This is what I didn't. I didn't change it.
Alright, well, whatever you
I
did.
did exactly what you said. Except, it's exactly this.
Okay. Normally I'd be mad, but you did good.
Was it good?
It was good.
Was it the best?
I'll reach down and get a bite.
It tastes exactly the same.
Tastes exactly the same? You did good. I want to be mad at you, but I just can't.
And you see Claire, and she's literally drowning in dishes. Like, you didn't even know you had this many dishes in the kitchen.
I'll get in there and help her. Knock it out. She's in the weeds.
Alright, yeah, and Nagra will help too.
Oh, no, she won't.
Yeah, she's already got an apron.
What's she doing in my kitchen?
Just washing dishes.
Alright.
Keep an eye on you.
Alright.
She's gonna butt right in between you and Claire.
Alright, I'll hand her a towel.
No. Yeah. Anything else that needs to be taken care of for a night of business?
I'm just schmoozing and patrolling.
Okay.
Inside and out.
Okay.
We could also ask Liff how things are going with him. Like how he's liking the recent changes.
Liff beams with pride. He says my dreams to see this place up and running again, he says, have been completely have been completely realized. He says I'm so thankful that you decided to open up business here, and I'm sorry if I came off a little off color at first, but
no, we understand. Strangers walking into your house. Perfectly understandable.
And
well, we're so glad you're pleased.
and he says, and if you want to know a secret, I feel as though I could pass on to the next life at any moment, but I want to stay.
Yeah, we kind of like having you here.
And he says, and so I'll stay.
Well, if there's anything we can do for you, let us know.
Absolutely.
And he says, well, there is one thing. Your scaly lizard friend, keeps trying to collect my essence.
We'll talk to her.
Wait, who the fuck? Who?
Liff.
I'm not trying to collect essence.
He does leave behind. Sometimes he leaves behind.
Okay,
like
I'm
a-
collecting the essence. But if he's not using it, he's leaving
like
it
an
around.
ectoplasmy kind of like.
Listen, I'm cleaning it up. I'm cleaning it up. We don't want that sitting anywhere. People are gonna be like, what's that? And I've got it. How dare he? I'm the one that brought him into this world.
Okay.
She has gotten rather aggressive about it.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Like he just passes through a room and then like you kind of like lean around the corner. Like
I'm making sure it's clean.
Doing
So how many jars of ectoplasm have you got so far?
17.
17!
I won't address my concerns for yours and John's relationship.
Oh, Lord.
Well, he just says he says you've been spending all this time at work. You've been I can't remember what he says.
What?
He's got this whole fantasy in his head.
What?
Huh? Yeah, talking about Eleanor?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some kind of he's got some kind of theory.
All right.
I think he wants me.
It's like baked mac and cheese, dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So
All right. Well.
So yeah, so as for night of service, next day comes. You guys are finding yourselves quite profitable now, especially with the attention from the Wazoo. You have like a kind of a revolving door of guests coming in and out.
Do we have to roll anything for the wealth, or?
I thought about continuing to do that, but I don't know. It depends on what you guys want to do. I'm fine with treating wealth this sort of this abstract kind of like like you have it and you have like some wealth power. But if you want to make it like specific amounts of gold and stuff, I'm okay with that too. So
well, now that the loan is paid off,
uh-huh.
I am perfectly fine with just having Troll Skull have its own wealth.
Right. Yeah.
That's not physically tallied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So like buying vegetables at the market, or getting some armor or whatever, like
or restocking the ale.
Yeah, like that's all kind of just like
okay. Yeah,
as long as the business itself is has a good reputation and whatnot. So if there's trouble with the business, it's going to be more of a narrative story point rather than calculating like totals. Yeah. So
right.
So yeah. So business. So on that note, business is doing quite well. You've gotten a boost from the Wazoo article has brought in a whole slew of new customers, and at some point Rainer is going to come back in, and he's going to stop by. He doesn't have any news from Silverhand, but he is sort of coming in, checking in. He has some of his friends. Floon is just the the bard with the most, and yeah. So the next day arrives. You guys know where this person is supposedly staying. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. I was thinking about being sneaky about it, but I don't think that's the right call here.
I think. Well, maybe, but I think we should just go to the Blessed Mermaid and look around.
Yeah.
And see what's going on. Also, at some point, I want to set up Gaxley his own not private, but his own table. Like the most well lit part of the room, maybe some, a fern or something.
It's Derek. What is going through Derek's mind? Please tell me.
It's like I just want to take him out before he can say anything bad again. And you're setting him up with a special booth and all that.
Well, do you not have faith in our establishment?
I love it.
No, that's not. I will actually rethink that because of the Wazoo. We now have a good business base.
That's where I'm coming from.
Well, we have the second floor that has that large unused section. I don't have a map on me, but I know that the second floor had a kind of a banquet hall kind of setup.
Yeah, that would put some strain on Maria.
No. I was talking about more for his private party.
Oh, for his private party, yeah.
But for his nightly visits.
Yeah, I mean he's always bellying up. I think if we give him a table.
Yeah. That'll work. For now.
I love it. So the Blushing Maid is quite a luxurious establishment, especially compared to the other watering holes you have seen in the dock ward. This one is is quite large, very well taken care of, and busy, very busy as well. Lots of like water-deep sailors and other people like traveling through. You can see some people that are dressed like nobility. You can see some people who look as though they might be like affiliated with the military as well. And these are just kind of the common guests among the crowd that you see in the Blushing Maiden.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll get a table and watch for a little while and see if we can find Nulsi.
So everybody give me a perception check.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna touch it.
Huh?
Nice.
Another crit.
Huh?
Another crit.
Oh, good. What'd you get?
13.
Okay.
18.
Okay. So, Reverend Rackus, you're going to notice at some point that that they are that part of you have this kind of, you can see kind of into the back where they're preparing food and stuff, and you can see that they are preparing fresh fish, and they are just chopping the heads off and just kind of tossing them to the side, like throwing them away.
Waste.
Yeah. And a good portion of the fish carcasses are kind of just left untouched, like they're just getting the fillets off, and then like all the bones and stuff they're just like throwing away. You kind of see that from the table where you're at.
That's what you see?
I can't help it.
She's got carcass vision.
Carcass vision.
And so there's just this big basket of fish heads kind of sitting there.
Take a bowl of your finest fish heads.
Derek, you will see some interesting interactions going on between the staff and then one particular person. He's dressed to look he's dressed up to look noble, but you can tell by his mannerisms and kind of like how he holds himself that he's definitely from a lower station in life. But he is dressed to kind of look like a noble servant of some sort. And he seems to be having interactions with the staff where he's repeatedly coming downstairs and speaking with them, and then he'll disappear, and then he'll come back down as if he's maybe relaying messages or requests of some sort. But the serving people seem very irritated with these constant demands. And Bartholomew, you will see that there is with your so just approaching the place, you can see that the top floor appears to be some kind of like penthouse suite kind of thing. Just from the outside, you can kind of tell that the top floor, it kind of towers above the rest of the place, and it looks like it might be like one floor. But it's definitely occupied. When you come in, you can sort of pick up cues that the maybe like looking at the key rack or like the keys behind the desk or whatever. You can see that this place is definitely occupied, and you might even be able to hear some mention of what's his name,
Nulsi.
Nulsi. Hear some mentions of Nulsi being tossed around.
Okay. I'm gonna note that. Mentally. Do I see other people going up and down? It's like a VIP area. Do I see other guests going up and down the stairs?
Yeah, every now and then. but there's multiple rooms. Like there's it's like three floors, and then there's like the penthouse suite.
Is it roped off, or can anybody? Are there? Like...
Anybody can go up the stairs, but if you were to sort of meander up the stairs, you will see that there is definitely like a blocked off portion where you can't go any higher.
Okay.
Blocked off with like a rope or something like that. Yeah.
I will bring that to Derek and Rab's attention. Fill them in on that.
All right.
And so you guys all reconvene with the knowledge that you have learned.
I have a basket of fish heads.
Did you take it?
Yes.
She took it.
That's great.
All right, guys. What did we find out?
Yeah, I found some clues as well.
Alrighty, Rav.
Well, apparently the top floor is being occupied by some VIPs, and it sounds like our guy might be there.
The guy in the back was just like, "Oh yeah, just take him out and throw him out back."
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
What's that smell?
Into the sack.
Alrighty, so more than likely he's renting the penthouse.
Mm-hmm. You know, other people possibly going up and down, but it looks like he's got the penthouse.
Cod. Oh, is it salmon?
Yeah, so with
Probably
that information, does it look like the guy harassing the staff? Does it seem like he's going back and forth to the penthouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bartholomew did say that.
Could we possibly get something from the barkeep? The barkeep seems to be in charge of the keys. Like, he might know more.
Yeah, I don't want to ask too much. Specifically.
Fair enough. Well, I guess we should just... What do you think? Give it some time?
Yeah, let's observe for now. I get some lunch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also, yeah, we can like...
Excuse me, can we get some plates over here?
What's the word when like
Frank is
Slam.
sitting down with his
a bar owner goes to another bar and like, looks
fish
around?
heads.
I mean, I recall it reconnaissance, but
Ooh, crunchy.
I'm pretty sure there's a specific...
Yeah, our vice president, he does it all the
Delicacy,
time.
and I really don't want to share.
He'll take bartenders with him too.
Oh no, that was so funny.
Because I said I didn't want to share.
She says it's a delicacy, and I don't want to share.
All you, right?
Have at it.
Yeah, while we're eating, we'll kind of look around for anything that's working for them. Possibly we could take away from.
Yeah, we're probably ordering multiple meals each.
Sure.
Oh yeah, okay. So here, yeah. So you're sampling things.
Yes.
Yeah. As you're sampling things, you notice that that every single thing that you're ordering is something that Rasputin has made for you.
This tastes familiar.
You want to try the fish instead? Just kidding, I'm keeping it to myself.
Yeah, enjoy your fish.
Like really loud. Remember when Azula at the beach party is like, that's me. I learned how to make jokes. Knock knock.
The wait staff looks a little strained, but you're ordering a lot, so they're kind of like.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? But I forgot the whole other first time.
I feel like there's a preamble to that.
From the food vendor.
He was holding up an orange and a banana.
From the grocer.
How about the produce? How does that look?
Oh, from the vendor?
Well,
Oh, from here?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Everything's
everything
green
looks great, and this is definitely like a top dollar place.
Okay. Well, I'm taking note of everything.
Okay. but all these dishes, like every dish that you've had is something that Rasputin has made for you, like down to the tea, like down to the garnish and everything.
I wonder if he's moonlighting.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll ask the server next time he comes over. Please give my compliments to the chef.
And
you don't happen to know his name, do you?
And and she'll say, well, we don't really have a chef at the moment. We're kind of in between. We're working off of the old chef's menu.
Oh, very good.
What happened to your chef?
I guess he got him and the she kind of leans in. She's like, him and the lady of the tavern didn't really see eye to eye on a whole lot of things. He's very temperamental. So
I can relate. Okay, well, thank you very much. Solve that mystery.
But over the course of your long meal, you will see this wary, just warier looking guy continually coming downstairs and going back upstairs, and the exchanges between him and the staff continue to get more heated until finally Bartholomew will overhear the waitstaff saying, "Well, if you would just let us serve him in the room, a lot of this wouldn't be a problem."
Well, we'll go back to Derek and say we need to.
Oh, are you sleeping with your sister?
Well, I will tell him that they're not letting the waitstaff serve him in this room.
Yeah, I think having a simple conversation is probably going to be out.
Okay.
I wish I could show this. She is like grooming him.
Aww.
She's also like beating him into submission.
Yeah.
She's like,
You
"Don't
will be groomed."
freaking move."
Nope, you freaked her out when you moved it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. But yeah, she totally had him in a headlock.
We got the kitty cam.
Oh, it's blurry.
Oh, it's blurry.
Oh.
And it's over.
Yeah, she was like, "Pat, bitch, stay still." Oh God, Sobble.
So yeah.
But yeah, I will tell Derek what I heard, and whatever y'all think. What's the plan now?
Well, I guess we just watch. I mean, there's so many different.
He's got to come down sooner or later, right?
You would think. But his little manservant's been doing a lot of back and forth, so. Wondering if he's hiding.
Do we see any food going up and down the stairs? Or
You see that, and you see food coming down as well, like being returned.
Same person? Oh.
Yeah.
We could always knock him out and take his
You're all
clothes
messed
and
up.
pose as the waiter.
Well, but it's the specific servant. No, not the waiters.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll come down and communicate with them, and then maybe they'll bring it up to a certain point, but then he takes it from there.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever y'all think.
Definitely something shady going on. But of what, I have no idea.
Maybe he's just that exclusive.
Nah, he's a dick. It's a requisite of thing. That's what they are.
So yeah, so what would you like to do?
After lunch, I'd like to take a walk around the block. Maybe see possible other entrances to the penthouse.
Okay. So you'll be able to see there's a rather large window that's open up there, There are some like some back accesses to like the building itself, but not necessarily to the penthouse itself. Or at least not from the outside.
Right.
There's this like balcony with like the open window, I guess. Or I guess it'd be just a balcony. I guess it'd just be a balcony maybe with like open like doors. And so there's that. You'll also, with Bartholom's help, be able to sort of put together some information that's implied about the inside. There's most likely definitely a dumbwaiter of some sort that will go up to the room that the person in that room is refusing to use, and there are like the main stairways, and then there's like the servants' stairways, like sort of that are hidden from view, but come out onto each floor as well.
All right.
And you guys can discuss what to do about that after your session.
So, this guy does not seem to be agreeable. So I'm thinking it's not going to go our way. Or, rather, it's not going to go Dabble's way. So maybe we want to... I'm wondering about hitting the balcony.
Climbing up on the balcony?
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if we get up from the rooftop or not, you know.
Yeah.
Or whether we just want to go to the door or not.
Well, it doesn't look like, from what I hear, it's being guarded. Of sorts. That we could try. That may take some convincing to those in.
Right.
But if we were to get on the balcony and just barge in, our foot would be in the door.
Literally.
Literally. I mean, what do we know about the Mansion?
How was
Like, what
it?
kind of case can we build?
Where?
Huh?
We don't know anything. They're a rogue faction of the Zenitarum, and the Zenitarum is bad, so a rogue faction of a bad group can't be good.
Well, the Zentarum was not totally bad. It was the other faction, right?
The Xanatars are just...
Xanatar, right?
What you making?
Ah,
What you making?
chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
Turkey pot pie.
So if you sit there, so you're going around, you're scoping out places of entry.
Mhm.
What do you guys have in mind so far?
Well, we're basically discussing the pros and cons of like going into the balcony at night, or just going up to the door, possibly sneaking in out the dumbwaiter.
Oh yeah, we didn't think about that.
But I don't know how big it is. I mean, I could probably get up there. But
There we go. No.
But then again, whether or not it's worth going in calmly, because
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Like, if we tried to go through the door, we would have to convince somebody to let us in, as opposed to if we just got through this balcony and walked in.
yeah. But whether or not the conversation's even worth it,
Right.
Okay.
because I'm thinking it's probably not going to end well.
Okay.
That is my belief.
Yeah, because we don't really know too much about the Mansion. We can't really build a case against them at this point.
Right.
Yeah, we don't really know much about the Zents either, except where they're from.
Yeah. And just that they're interested in working with this guy.
Huh.
But we know this is one of his hot spots, so
Yeah.
in the future we'll have some kind of lead.
Well, I don't. If he is in hiding, you know, once we approach him, we're probably not going to get another chance.
So what are you thinking?
So I think we should take a day to build our argument. Try to find out what we can about the Zents and Manchun. Build a case, and then we'll try to present properly. If not, we'll come into the balcony and murder.
That's the golden company way.
Fish heads like bobbing
Yeah.
on the table.
Fuck the Civil War.
Well, it's particularly difficult because we don't have our alliances don't really lead anywhere.
No. We are mailroom employees of a bunch of different places.
Yeah.
Hot.
So yeah.
Kiki,
What's
you
going
do
on
not
in
need to
chat?
go out.
Huh?
So
I can't read anything right now. Everything is so.
You don't want to read it.
there's so much going on.
Okay. Never mind. Man.
They're just
Wild
bashing
song.
Bartholom's mustache and his cooking abilities.
Don't smash my mustache.
Oh, the murder. About to get banned for spoiling the secret.
Oh, like the secret?
So yeah, I kind of want to do some research on the Zenitarian.
The man
See if I can find out anything about the Mansion.
Okay.
So like, all right. So I want to research the Zenitarian independently. Then I want to ask Dabble about the Mansion.
Okay.
Arnegard says he loves you.
I love you too, Malone.
Bird!
Aw. So give me, I guess give me a charisma or an intelligence check.
Oh, we're talking to Dabble now?
No, he's gonna look for
Oh, okay.
look for some insight, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to take Rav here with you, you can.
Of course.
You can roll advantage.
Wait, is John getting hit on or Deacon?
It's kind of just
It's...
an orgy of compliments at this point.
Why not both? It's one of them.
Reveracus, did you want to kind of hit the streets for some information in any particular way, or?
I just follow around Derek. I
Okay,
am
okay,
so
gotcha.
far from charismatic. I can't even be intimidating. Like, that's the thing I hate about charisma is like I can't be intimidating even though my
But you can
race,
use strength as an alternate for intimidation as well.
yeah, +2. I'll just help Derek out.
Okay. And then Bartholomew, how will you hit the streets? If at all, or will you maybe keep an eye out at the place?
Yeah, I'll probably just case the place and just kind of watch what happens.
Alright.
You have to take a Ruby home again.
Yeah. Smaller, fluffier dog.
Smaller dog.
Give me a. So you give me like a perception or
Oh, is it night or day, by the way?
whichever one it needs to be. I guess you guys are giving.
We
yourself
went there
a-
during the day.
Yeah.
We went there for lunch.
Is it busier at night?
It's about the same amount of busy all the time.
I'm gonna, if it's daytime, I'm just gonna kind of hang out outside on the streets and just kind of blend in and watch the window.
Watch that window.
Mm-hmm. See if
Okay.
anybody comes out on the balcony. Or...
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Oh my god, it's another natural 20.
So you'll see maybe 3 different individuals sort of meandering about on the balcony at different times during the time you're watching. They're all dressed the same, but they all look different. They're very different. One of them is a woman. She has like long raven hair, and even from the distance you are away, you can see her striking green eyes. And
he's in love. Black hair, green eyes, striking, powerful aura.
Everything goes slow motion as the wind whips her hair.
She's like
and at one point, her and one of these other servants or whatever are out on the balcony, and you see him lay a hand on her hand, and then she breaks his hand.
He loves it though. He loves powerful women.
He does.
Not that powerful.
Oh my god, whatever. Do we need to talk about Vex? Oh wait, we
That
don't.
has not
Yeah.
Like, hold on. That has not happened. That is not a thing.
He acts like he's not turned on, but he's secretly turned on.
So, the man that breaks her hand, or the man that she breaks his hand,
Yeah.
is there any notable features or like any crests or anything like that?
Their uniforms are quite regal, but they bear no marks of any sort.
No sigils. Alright. Do I get a good enough look at him though?
Yeah, you would recognize him if you saw him again.
Okay. I will mentally note that.
Okay.
You said 3 people though.
Yeah, her, him, and then another guy who kind of meanders out there to maybe like smoke a cigarette or something like that.
Okay. Fair enough.
What's this place called right now?
The Blushing Mermaid.
Oh, y'all are there too?
No, she's just wondering.
Yeah, I was just looking at what it was.
And then what did you roll for your information gathering?
20.
Okay. So with Rav's help, you can uncover some information about what's going on. So you will learn that the Zentarum was trying to get a foothold in Waterdeep as it is, and then this Manchun guy came out, or some dude claiming to be Manchun, came out of nowhere and just started setting up shop and working under the Zentarum name without any formal affiliation whatsoever. And you have discovered that Manchun is some sort of powerful wizard of some sort. He definitely deals in some kind of magic. And you have learned that that it is believed that his goals are to rule tyrannically if allowed to. It's kind of just like what you piece together over a couple different interviews with some contacts.
The wizard is?
Manchun. You'll also uncover that that Devil is not his only enemy, and that he has quite a number of people who do not like him, who are not. His position in Waterdeep is very contested right now. And so the government of Waterdeep themselves are not happy that he is here.
So he's just drawing all the wrong attention.
he is hated by virtually everyone. He has no allies.
Has Silverhand mentioned him at all?
No.
But we haven't really been in contact with Silver.
Right.
Yeah.
Drunk Iliador donates weed. Iliador says stupid shit and gets himself in trouble. Can't wait till they meet on stream.
Yeah. So, multiple persons in the pink house. So we might have to do diplomacy. With a murder backup plan.
Isn't there always a murder backup plan?
Yes, there
When
is.
somebody's involved.
Okay.
Yeah. But
In the sitar.
does Davil appear to be associated with the main Xenatar?
I'm so sorry.
Well,
I was watching Iliador get real.
He's a retired Zentari, I think.
Who is?
Davil?
No, he's a retired adventurer. He was part of an adventuring crew called the Doom Raiders, whose specialty was that they raided Lich's lairs. And
so what connection does he have with the Zentari?
he is currently working for them. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's a retired adventurer, and now he is he's taken up. He's part of the initiative to get Zentarum a foothold in Waterdeep, which they don't have. So,
Gotcha.
they don't have a strong foothold. They're trying to, and now this other faction is really fucking that up. So
Yeah.
That's making my head hurt.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Okay. I think
Yeah, especially since I don't know if I actually support the regular Zents at all.
The Black Network, as it were.
Yeah. Because everything I know about the Zents is bad.
Well, we don't have to support him.
Yes.
What do you know about the Zents?
Hmm?
What do you know about the Zents?
Just
Like you personally, or like you as Derek?
Oh, me personally.
Oh, okay, yeah. They definitely, from what Derek's been told so far, or what's been touted by people who are Zentarum or people who deal with them, is that it's a very like mafia kind of like once you're in, your family kind of thing. And family takes care of family, and and you don't betray family. So it's very very rigid. Their structure is very rigid, and rewards loyalty to not one's own endeavors, but to things that strengthen the Zentarum. So
Yeah, so I hate him.
yeah. So all this to say that you are that you may not like their rigid control of their operatives.
Yeah.
So they're kind of similar to the Brigandar in that respect.
Yes, except they are less.
They're not notably bad.
Oh, well, the Bregendarth are very selective of who they allow to join. So, I mean, if you're a male drow, that's the only way you can actually become part of the Bregendarth.
So they're sexist and racist.
Well, it's not that they're. Well, they're sexist, but it's in a very interesting way. It's because no female drow would never stoop so low as to be associated with the male fraternity. Like,
Well, it's like a dude frat party.
well, like the women, female drows hold like a very
All power.
They hold all the power. Yeah, they're So this is like some silly boys club to any self-respecting female.
So they're Olive Garden once you're here.
You know, I was gonna say that, but I'm glad you did. The Centarum are like Olive Garden.
There you go. You heard it here. Alright.
Yeah. Because the drow is very matriarchal.
Okay.
To violently matriarchal.
Oh, they worship a demonic spider queen, so, you know.
Yeah, they take that spider thing to the drink, killing the mates, everything.
Sounds no different from my culture.
Well, everything I know about the Brigand is just what I recall. No one has mentioned anything thus far.
Right. Alrighty.
Thank you for letting me have the joke.
You delivered it perfectly.
So we're gonna probably have to play both sides.
Both sides of what?
The Mansoon and the Zentara.
I'm definitely not getting associated with Mansion.
Okay. So what are you thinking? So what are you thinking?
I don't want to burn the Zentarum Bridge just yet.
Ever knows.
That's fair.
But I would prefer
It's like celery
if they
sauce
didn't
on
get
hand
another
with
ally.
shits in
Yeah,
it.
I should do that.
Snap.
So I'm right on the fence on that of whether or not.
The only reason I say playing the Mansoon side is so we can get some intel. That way we can convince him, that that's not the way to go. Or we could just lie through our teeth.
Yeah,
That's always an option too.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go the diplomacy route, but I'm still 50-50.
Okay.
Plus, I'd like to find out exactly who that guy is. So,
Fair enough.
we might successfully get him converted, and then he could have an unfortunate accident. But we don't even actually know who Elsoon is yet.
Well, are we back together?
Yeah, I mean, I figure this is
I will give you a brief description of what I saw.
3 different people in charge, plus multiple servants.
How much detail do you go into on the woman?
She is striking beautiful green eyes.
How starry-eyed do you get?
Pretty starry-eyed. I mean, you get the same description you get out of most every woman, if I'm giving it.
What's Yaga's description like these days?
Orc.
No, she's actually a lovely woman. Like, she's very nice.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Does Bartholomew have a preference in women? Like, colors of hair, or
Not really.
just as long as they're beautiful?
Not if they're strong and beautiful.
So we guess you.
I'm gonna ask Nick what Claire looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what our next move is.
I'd like to find a way to get to the door, so we're probably going to have to rent a room, just so we got the ability to move about.
Okay. Maybe in the middle of the night we can.
Yeah, so like the second floor was like standard guest rooms and such like that.
Mhm.
Or I don't know how many floors it is, but the top floor.
I
is
guess
the penthouse.
I guess 4 floors technically. If the penthouse gets its own floor. So.
And you said the penthouse entrance was guarded, right?
Bartholomew had it's just roped off.
Just a rope?
Yeah.
A rope stopped you?
Well, I didn't actually go up there. That's just what I overheard. Maybe my details were vague.
Okay. I thought you actually scouted.
No.
My mistake. So yeah, we're in a room, and then come evening time, after dinner-ish, We will go up and try to have a conversation.
Okay. So as you approach, the rope is like the velvet rope is across the staircase going up. No one's in sight.
I'm just gonna unhook the rope and start walking up.
Knock on the door.
All right, yeah. When you knock on the door, there's movement from the other side, and then the voice will come from the other side, and it'll say, "I thought I told you, we don't want any room service. We'll come down and get it. You can leave anything at the bottom of the stairs."
Actually, need to speak with you about a business proposition.
There's some murmuring from the other side of the door, and what kind of business?
It is best spoken of in private.
Huh. And he'll say, "Are you armed?"
Of course. This is Waterdeep.
And he says, "Have you been swimming with the fish?"
Nope, just sitting next to them.
Macho, stop trying to get out the screen, dude.
And
He just got the
He's like chewing. What's he doing?
I don't know, there must be a fly up there.
Oh yeah.
And the door will crack a little bit, and he'll it's the guy that you've seen going up and down the stairs.
The microwave is beeping. There's something in the microwave.
That's just where you keep it.
Also,
Thank you, Eleanor.
also the microwave is beeping. It's magic mushroom seasoning. So the door will open. You'll see that guy who you saw like walk, run up and down the stairs a bunch, and he'll say, and just how do you know we're in the market for business? Who sent you?
Once again, probably best done in private. I'd be more than willing to fill you in. This is just a conversation.
And
Well, this is a conversation for Nulcy. I am doing that.
he'll raise an eyebrow and he'll say, "Come on in."
Oh, you're so fat.
So you come in. It's a beautiful room, and one portion of it has been totally kind of trashed. Just like dishes stacked up and kind of clothes like kind of strewn out, and then there are a couple doors, maybe two doors that kind of lead off to somewhere else. Both of them are closed, and so it's this guy and then four more guys hanging out in the wrecked part of the room, and they're drinking and stuff. And it looks like they might have been enjoying a lively conversation before you barged in, and they will all eye you suspiciously. Some of them are like some of them have scars. One is like balding. One's literally got an eye patch. Like, you know, these.
They're reminiscent of like hired thugs.
Mercenaries, maybe?
Yeah. They're also kind of reminiscent of some of those folks that you guys scared away on the ship. They're not those people, but they have that kind of feel to them, like like what hired thugs look like around here.
Yeah.
Except they're dressed up in like normal like or like high class kind of servants attire. Yeah, and he's like, so business, out with it then.
And this is the servant guy, right?
Yeah, they're all dressed up like servant guys.
quick note as I'm eyeing them over. Does one of them look like he's favoring one of his hands? Did you tell me that part?
That's the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
thing I told you.
Yeah, one of them is definitely he's definitely not like his hand is kind of like maybe it's even been set with a splint.
Yeah. I'm also scanning the room for her. See if she's saying that.
You don't see any,
No
you don't
shame.
see her. Yeah.
Yeah. So where's Nulsi?
He says, "Why are you looking at him right
Give me some serious you're on Greyjoy vibes.
here?" Would you like to roll insight?
I'm gonna roll insight too because I don't believe it.
23.
Yeah, he's not. He's just not. Like he's lying. Not even through his teeth. Like he's just.
He's like, well, that's me. I'm
But
like,
he's an impressive liar. Like he's like it's so obvious that you would think nobody would be able to lie with a straight face like this man is lying to you right now. But he's just easily like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm right here.
he's lying.
And he kind of squints at you and he says,
Pardon me.
he says, what's your pet say?
Ooh, that's a fight you don't want to pick
Crap.
there.
I am not a pet, and I stand up to my full height.
Yeah, and the other guys will start to kind of get up too. Even the guy with the broken hand, they'll sort of get up too and start reaching for their blades.
Oh, this
And,
is a conversation,
Yeah,
people.
he's confident now. He says, I'm sure the freak didn't mean anything by it.
Well, that I can take. That doesn't scare me much.
He says,
So who are you really?
look, I act as sort of in between, a middleman, if you will, between those who'd be interested in business and nosy,
Is that true?
as it were.
Or do I need to roll again?
That's true.
That's true. So I'll nod to Derek as if that's a truthful statement.
You have to designate a spine.
Oh yeah.
Spine of lying
Oh,
and
I
a spine
mean,
of truth.
both up is true. One up is a lie. They alternate.
One of these days we're going to official count on how many spines you've got.
Just count them all.
She grows a new one every
This
week.
is the spine of aggression, which is up right now.
Yes. So, I represent a faction that would like to enlist an alliance with Nulsi.
And he says,
And to warn you off a possible other affiliation, which would bring you nothing but trouble.
he says, sounds like something we've heard before. Go on. And who do you represent?
Dabble of the Zenitarian.
He says, yeah. Yeah, they told us you'd come. They also told us not to listen to a damn thing you'd have to say. Which probably means you have something very interesting to say, so go ahead.
So, this is going down to a roll.
Persuasion?
Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm
Oh, no,
slow.
I want to be giving him advantage.
How?
I'm going to look intimidating. I'm going to stand right behind him. Or maybe with my insight check, I can feed him like some things that would pique his interest. Like, well, he seems like a man who likes violence, or I don't know, something. With my insight
You
check.
can
I
stand
can
behind him and
What'd you roll?
9.
9, yeah. And your insightfulness.
So I could guide him into something that he would listen to.
Yeah, this would be a spiel, so I just don't know if she could nudge me some way or another. I don't know.
Yeah. I think with you reading the situation, you'll be able to glean some information that's not being spoken. As Derek is talking, you can see this man is feigning interest, but it looks like his mind has already been made up. Like he's already been.
So there's no.
Yeah, you're seeing as Derek is going through his spiel. You're kind of seeing that this is he's basically just talking to a brick wall.
Do I know a way that we could make it so he's not talking to a brick wall?
You don't think so. You think that would take some panache. That if it was possible, Derek of all people would be able to pull it off. But you do notice something interesting. You do notice that. Actually, no. Give me a perception check. Since you're the eyes. 1. A 1. So
He's just looking for them green eyes.
There's a very important, crucial detail in this room, but you will not see it because at that moment, one of the doors will open, and a leather-clad woman will sort of step out into the doorway and just kind of lean against the door frame, kind of watching what's going on.
I lean over to Derek and I go, "Here we go."
Yeah, I'll inch my way in that direction.
He just sauntered
Yeah,
off.
just sliding off the screen.
And he says, "Oh shit, 100 Twitch profiles if Maddie sings."
They're talking about Thirsty Thursday where we get trashed, and I said that's not good because I do
gosh.
karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke is what it is.
Share.
So he says, "Well, I hear what you're saying," and
He doesn't give a shit.
I love the subtlety Rat brings.
And as your friend says here, we've been offered, we've been made an offer that we can't refuse. So I just have one more question. Before you're on your way, how did you find us here?
Unfortunately, you're not hiding very well. Your names, the Nulsi name, has been dropped quite frequently on the street.
He says, that's a shame. He says, I suppose we shouldn't be tying up loose ends then, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, and then at that point he will give a nod, and the room will kind of spring into movement, and with
yes,
with all 4 of these guys, including him, sort of drawing their weapons and rushing you, and you who have eyes locked on this woman will see her disappear back into her room.
Oh, okay.
What do you all do? What do you all do?
Yeah, it's all.
Well, I'm a little delayed because of that, but
The first person that approaches me, I would like to cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting Hex.
Oh, for a miss. 9 versus 18.
Yeah, 9 will be a miss, and that person will kind of maybe he's just more agile than you would have thought, but
I'm gonna shut that window. Mac's gonna pick up that win.
Ambiance.
Ambiance, yeah.
He's just faster than you expected, but he will duck underneath of your necrotic hand and go to kind of give you a stabbing. And he'll miss too. 8 versus your AC.
I think.
Yeah, so he'll miss too. And Derek.
Hex and Eldritch Blast.
Okay. On which one?
The guy I was talking to.
Okay.
Because screw that.
rolled for stealth in front of Bartholomew. 6.
24 to hit? Nope, sorry. It's 24, yes.
24. 24 is a hit.
Ooh. 12 points force, 5 points necrotic.
Okay. Yeah, you just blow him back, and you blow him back so hard that he's going to go through the other closed door, and you'll see that leads to like another like a bedroom, and yes, and that will happen, and he will not get back up. But one of the other cronies will come up to attack you.
Okay.
And he will also miss. He'll come up like with this sword above his head, and he'll like charge at you with it over his head, and as he like slashes down, you just kind of dodge out of the way. Yeah.
Really?
He's like, ah! And Barthol, what are you doing?
I will snap your attention and say, well, we tried to be civil here.
Wait, are you not watching the doorway for the woman?
No, she went through the door, didn't she?
And then she kind of peeked out back at you.
Oh.
Get somewhere safe.
What the hell?
And I will turn around.
So you're not gonna go talk to her?
No, there's a fight happening.
Okay.
Come on,
There's
what would you
only
really do?
There's only one thing that Bartholomew likes better than a woman. That's a good fight.
Fair enough.
26.
For what?
I'm shooting the guy right in the face
Okay.
with the bow.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yeah. Yes, it hits.
Alright. For 8 damage. 8
Okay.
piercing damage.
So you don't quite get him in the face. You'll catch him like right through the arm, and it like goes for his face, but he kind of stops it with his arm and stops mid-arm, and he's gonna like scream and then use that pain and fear to strike you as well.
Okay.
For probably a miss. 10 versus your AC.
Nope.
Okay. And so he'll go to attack you and he'll miss. And then
My back is to that door, though.
okay. And then you'll hear a door slam behind you. And then everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit. 12.
3.
19.
Okay, so Derek, probably just because you knocked the guy through the door, you see kind of what's happening before it happens, and you're like, get out of the way kind of. But basically this he doesn't look like a red wizard, but when he extends his palm, and the orb in his other hand begins to glow red with fire, you can see him demonstrate his power as he ignites a fireball in the middle of the room.
A
that you guys are
fireball?
standing in. Yes.
Well, I'm
And
gonna
who was
go
this?
down.
Me too.
Huh?
Who was this?
The dude who was in the room that you knocked the door down in, and he kind of steps out
Oh, okay.
into the doorway and just kind of points at a point in the room, and
Yeah, I'm dead.
a fireball will ignite.
Oh, damn it. I rolled that 19. That was a crit. Oh well.
Well, they're all dead now, so.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's what I get for changing.
So it's 28 fire damage if you did not roll a 14 or higher. And then if you did, it's half that.
What did you say? Wasn't sorry.
28 fire damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Me too.
Well, fortunately for you, the other guys are too. As the fireball clears the room, are you still left standing?
Yes.
Okay, so as the fire sort of clears the room, you can see that the room itself has just been utterly destroyed, and he kind of stands in the doorway, and he's this tall, gaunt figure with like these high cheekbones, and he's not like dressed in like wizarding kind of stuff. He's dressed in like a long jacket and kind of fancy, but kind of like traveling clothes, kind of. And he's got this ridiculous one of those hats on with the earmuffs on it, like a
like the trapper hat.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so that's the hat that he's got on, and as he withdraws his finger, he gives it a little, and then he turns to you and he says, tell Davil that my decision's been made, and if he sends his hired thugs after me again, I'll finish the job.
Honestly, was just here for a conversation. You need a better class of help.
And he says, only a Manchun understands what I truly want.
Understood?
And
That's all that was required.
So, and then he will turn and he will trying to think of where the balcony is. Yeah, so he'll turn and then maybe he'll like walk through the room and he'll walk to the balcony, and then he will lift up off the balcony and just kind of fly away into the air.
Alrighty then. I'm patching people up.
So so who do you patch up first?
Rav.
Okay, so give me a medicine check on Rav. Bartholomew, give me a
Crit.
Oh, nice. So Rav is stabilized. Bartholomew, give me a death saving throw.
Crit again.
Fail.
So, but then he crit, so stabilized. And then, so while you're tending to them and patching them up, what's your passive perception?
1.
11.
11. Okay. So you're going to as you're attending to them, you're gonna hear something. When you turn, you don't see anything. And that's all we'll make of that. And then suddenly there's like a frantic knocking at the door. Someone calling out. It's like, is everything okay in there? We heard an explosion. Do we require the town guard?
No. Everything's just fine. Bit of an illusion spell gone wrong, that's all.
Give me a deception check.
10.
We can see smoke coming from under the door. We're going to call the town guard.
No, that's not necessary, really.
And they'll say, stand back from the door. We're bringing water in. Like all that stuff going on. So like they're organizing a rescue effort. So what do you do?
I think I'm dragging Rav and Bartholomew to the next room.
Okay.
The one I was closest to?
No. The one where I busted down the door.
Okay.
And then we're all gonna lay there unconscious. Actually,
That's a beautiful plan.
no, yeah, I'm just gonna drop right here. They don't know who they were talking to. I got burns on me.
Now I've literally got soot on my face.
So when you all awake, and I guess whenever you decide to come to, we're gonna hear rushing of movement and footsteps. You're gonna hear the rattle of chainmail, authoritative voices like sort of calling out. The bodies are gonna be hauled out of the room. You guys will be deemed alive. The rest of the people have been are dead. You hear them. You'll hear them. Them count 4 bodies, and then you guys, the survivors, and no mention of anyone else being in the room. And as this is all sort of going on, you will hear a familiar voice, that of Davil Starsong, and it's just a whisper at first, and then it kind of gets louder, and he'll give you a little kick, and he'll say, "Get up."
All right.
He says, "So I take it," he said, "no."
Aggressively.
You can say that.
He has definitely sided with the wrong side.
His interest along with the man shoot.
He says, "Tis." And a couple guards will actually help you guys out the door, and they will they'll give a nod to Davil, and then they'll kind of piss off, and and Davil will say, so what exactly happened?
Well, we came, and we spoke with him about the virtues of aligning with the Zenitarian. But apparently he had already made up his mind and wanted to clean up any loose ends, knowing that he was here.
That's about the run of it.
And and so he'll take all that and he'll say,
We didn't strike first. I want you to know that.
Well, and he'll say, well, you understand that, so you didn't recruit him to our side, and you didn't stop him from being recruited to the other side.
Correct.
And so, well, so unfortunately, I don't think I don't think I can pay you.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can extend the contract. Give us some more time.
And he says,
we do know what he looks like now.
he says, well, he says, if you can handle this, what is his name, Elsoon? He says,
Yes.
Elsoon is a boon to Manchun. He strengthens his numbers, or strengthens his power with his own. So if you were to, in the future, take care of this problem, we could fix you with, up with a reward, a bounty, if you will. He says, also, we have seen to the, we've seen to some protection for your establishment.
Oh, that's great news.
He says, well, pending on your formal induction to the Zentar.
Understood.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And so is this a committal to being in the Zentar?
Well, this really has to be a group decision. Most of our party is not well at the moment.
Okay,
So we
yeah.
will get back to you.
All right, cool. And so the protection is pending on that, and you guys can get taken back to the tavern.
Okay.
Yay.
You guys wake up. What do you do?
We wake up in the tavern?
You two do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the guard will carry you there. Or the guard will have you delivered.
I'll rent a car.
I'm just like, oh, God. What happened?
Because you wake up and you're just covered in soot. The smell of burnt fish in the air.
I want him dead. I want him dead.
Who?
The wizard. I want to keep his hand and word around my neck.
Yeah, I just hold my head and like in pain. Like, did the brunette make it out alive?
What?
Yeah, and Maria is just like, wow, you guys look banged up.
What brunette? I never even saw a brunette.
I must have got hit really hard.
Yeah, her hair was raven black. Green eyes. Smell of I can't remember what it is.
Gooseberries?
Gooseberries and
Lilac?
lilac.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, that's how Lex looked too. You have a type.
Oh my god, can we get this camera on this cat? He is zonked out.
So,
He looks dead. There's 5 people watching. Hope you like the cat. Calm down there, Geralt.
I am definitely
You get
going
annoyed
to
later on in the future.
purchase the supplies to make some healing potions. Because, obviously we need those.
Yeah. OMG, sleepy kitty. He's super sleepy, aren't you, bud?
However, when it gets back to business as usual, you'll get some job offers. Sir Ambrose Everdawn.
No.
He is looking for help
No.
in the City of the Dead
No.
to round up these skeletons
No.
and perhaps find a necromancer who might be at large in the city.
No. No.
Some farmlands outside of town are getting terrorized by walking scarecrows.
No. No. I don't see any issue with any of this stuff.
But we still need to get paid.
Well, we can go help do something else.
What are our other options?
But Rav, it's easier to stick a knife in someone's back and they think they're helping.
And there have been some reports of there have been some attacks. They appear to be fire related or something. There's some fiery attacks going on in the specifically in a place called in the field ward. In the field ward.
A ward of fields.
Yes. It's just one field. But these are kind of coming. These are kind of coming in. Like you're hearing rumors of this sort of filtering in through the tavern or whatever. Nobody's like approaching you. Like this isn't from Rainer or anything. This is just kind of like what you're hearing about what's out there and stuff. So
Mission board.
yeah.
Scarecrow attacks, fiery attacks in the field world. What was the other one?
Necromancer in the City of the Dead.
And then and then your Zentarum discussion.
Yeah, we'll put that off as long as possible.
So you won't mention it to them then?
Huh?
So you
I'm
won't
going to mention it to them.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put off actually
Responding.
responding for as long as possible.
Ghosting the Zentarum.
So far, they.
But do you want to try to find this necromancer on our own? The necromancer?
No. I'm sorry. I mistook it. Yes, I would like to find this necromancer.
And then possibly pretend to help this guy.
I'm gonna take his eyes.
Ravarakas just starts muttering about
Yeah.
the
To
things.
myself, and I'm like rocking back and forth.
And
the spleen,
the spleen. Mash it into a pulp. And
sacrifice it. That's my
oh,
altar.
and and then this this article is released by the Waterdeep Wazoo, and as based off of the information that you gave Gaxley, and it talks about how there is like this elite, like secret elite devil worshipping cult amongst the nobles. Such sources such as Barthholm from the Troll Skull Manor, and his sources have reported one of the named elites is are the Castle Lanterns, Castle Lanters.
I didn't mention
And then
that.
there's a quote from you in there
Ah!
about
How devilish and
how you something about you saying just the smell of sulfur and brimstone when they walk by. It's apparent that they it's obvious that they worship or that they make deals with devils.
Oh my god, I'm appalled.
I told you.
The fucking National Enquirer over here. Alright, well, we're gonna have words. His table has been revoked.
And it's all the talk of the town. Like everybody who comes in the tavern is just like, did you really say that? Like, is this true? Like, how did you find out? Like,
I don't know what you're talking about. I only gave him a message. I didn't even read it.
that's
Uh,
freaking hysterical.
it is.
So yeah. And then, did anybody else want to do anything else, or explore anything else, or discuss anything else?
Well, I have
Are there any loose ends I'm forgetting about?
an herbalism kit,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm gonna make some potions of healing.
Okay.
I'm looking up the details.
Okay.
You don't even have to make that many. I mean, just get Rab up. She goes down and shit and stuff.
Yeah, Rav has ingredients to spare. Did you want to hire the grocer?
I think so. After that meal with the mermaid, I think so. What do you think, Derek and Rab?
Yeah. That'll work.
You get more celery.
Well, and so every time he delivers early in the morning, he has some stalks of celery specifically set aside for Rav Rackets.
Nice.
And they're always the biggest and the crispiest.
Yes.
Perfect. Alright. Other than that article, I think pretty good day. I can't believe it. No, I seriously can't. What a little shit.
Maddie's got a fuck you dude face on. So anything else that needs to be addressed?
Not as far as I'm concerned. That was a pretty full day.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested in these side jobs.
Yeah, I'm interested in the side jobs, and me personally, if I could just say, I'm pretty interested in joining the ranks of the Zentaro.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, maybe not forever, but
Then that's the point. That it's
that's not
you
how
don't leave.
Well, that's not how we do things.
Yeah, I might just have to. Yeah, we'll discuss that.
Okay.
All right, and what do you think about the City of the Dead? Or was
I
Rav
wanna
Rackets
visit.
thinking? Yeah. Okay.
This is whether we do it on our own, whether we join up with
Sir Ambrose.
Sir Ambrose.
Ever
then,
gone.
and then he just doesn't leave the City of the Dead ever.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal to me. If I ever would.
Well, here's my thinking. If we sign on to help him, then he won't hire anybody else, so he won't have
That's true.
backup.
Murder. One track mind.
And he can lead us to. If he's done any research on this, maybe he can help us find the necromancer.
Yes, I would say.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
So that's at the top of our list.
Okay.
Probably Field Ward second, and then outside the walls third.
Okay. Very good. Very good indeed. And with that, we'll end our game tonight.
Diehawk's still playing. Go on the raid then.
Let's see.
Is there a raid button here?
So we got Die Hack. Is there anybody else though
Let's see.
that we could raid?
We got Diehawk,
Goblin Cave, Deck of Many Friends, Random Encounter Pod,
Raiders,
Legends of
Legends. Well, we haven't rated Diehawk in a while.
Okay. I think I have to actually go to the board. So yeah, so everybody
Stick around to get those points.
Yeah, stick around to get some extra points. We will be spending them soon. We're getting some ideas for things to spend them on, and they've been pretty crazy so far. So.
What is Savage Worlds?
I don't know.
Oh, are they playing Savage Worlds?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's a. It's like a.
Oh, was it that RPG that they just?
I think it's an RPG. I can't.
Yeah, they were playing that the other night. It's really interesting.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna check on them, see what they're doing as soon as this loads.
We'll be back next week for some Jackbox and D&D.
Some Jackbox and some D&D.
And we'll get all the technical bugs worked out in the meantime.
Yeah.
We'll listen back to the VOD and figure it out.
I think somebody just rated us because we just got up to 13 viewers.
Oh, did we?
Oh, pass it forward.
Does it say who rated us?
I don't know.
No, not yet.
My Twitch page is taking so long to load.
Yeah, I got nothing over here.
I'm showing 5.
I got 13 too.
You got
Yeah, I don't know what.
Maybe people just poured in at once. Oh, well, Discord might be done with their game.
Oh, you mean Die Hack?
No, Discord.
Oh, Discord. Oh, yeah.
There's a guild game.
So,
I'm gonna try.
alright, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. She might still need to try.
Good night, guys.
Alright, yeah, so we'll go see Die Hack in 10 seconds. Like I said, thank you everybody for hanging out. And we'll be back next week.
Is there a message that says we got rated or?
No.